Well, hello there, ghouls and gals, and welcome to the Ryan.T Show, and welcome to the stage, Ryan.T!
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? So earlier today, this woman asked me, "Hey Ryan, how big is your dick?" And I told her, 2 inches off the ground. Alright, we're gonna have a hell of a show today. Gals, it's me, Ryan.T here, and today I'm reviewing the King of Comedy.
King of Comedy, Rupert Pupkin.
Alright, ghouls and gals, let's get right in it. The King of Comedy is a movie directed by Martin Scorsese and stars Robert De Niro, Sandra Bernard, and Jerry Lewis. The film revolves around basically kind of this guy who's down on his luck. He's a little bit of a loser. He's slightly a psychopath, and he fancies himself a comedian, or the king of comedy, as he likes to put it. And he formulates this plan to where he goes and corners Jerry Lewis's character, Jerry Langford, who is a talk show host, a very famous talk show host, who is basically like Johnny Carson in this world. And it shows that Robert De Niro's character goes and kind of formulates this plan to find Jerry Langford after a show, and he uses his friend, who's played by Sandra Bernard.
Let's do something crazy tonight. Just get insane. I want to be crazy. I want to be nuts.
To kind of make this situation happen, and through this situation, Robert De Niro gets the idea that Jerry Langford, aka Jerry Lewis, wants him on the show, and so the story kind of goes from there. It shows Robert De Niro's character's kind of descent into madness and stuff like that, and it's really interesting to watch. I didn't know what to really expect going into this movie, because I kind of heard that this movie inspired Todd Phillips' The Joker movie that's coming out in October, and I have to say I can really see all the inspirations that this film gave to the Joker film, because for one, Robert De Niro's character in the film, he is a very Joker-esque character, and like in a weird alternative reality, I could see Robert De Niro playing the Joker in a movie, or in some aspect, because he does bring that kind of performance in this film. But one person that kind of outshines everyone in this film is Sandra Bernard. Her character, Masha, is fucking crazy, and Sandra Bernard just gives it in this film. I wasn't too familiar with her or her work, but after this I'm gonna look her up, because she gives an amazing fucking performance in here. I don't want to give you the wrong name for Robert De Niro's character, so I'm gonna just put it right here, and that's the name of his character. His character's name is... It's a really unique character name. I'm just kind of blanking on it right now. I remember everybody's character's name except for his name. You know what? I don't want to do that to you guys, so I'm going to look it up right here and be super unprofessional and look it up right here. Just bear with me. His name is Rupert Pupkin, and that is one of the coolest fucking names I have ever seen in a fucking movie, or ever heard in a movie, for the fact that it's just so weird and out there. And going back to Robert De Niro's character, Rupert Pupkin, he is, again, this really weird, like, kind of like unhinged guy, but he's able to be like sympathetic. You're able to feel bad for him, because if you're anybody like me, you know how hard it is to get people to like laugh and find you funny and to find you entertaining and to even view you, you know what I mean, to view you in this way. And that's where this film excels a lot. It kind of shows how how much, myself included, how we're so obsessed with celebrities and with fame and Hollywood and all of that sort of thing. And it's really good. Martin Scorsese knocks it out of the park with this film. I'm going to kind of keep this a short review because I want you to go out and watch The King of Comedy. It is a really, really great film. It's beautifully beautifully directed. It has some amazing performances from Robert De Niro and Sandra Bernard and Jerry Lewis, whom I've never ever seen in any other movie except for this film, and I'm going to look up some more Jerry Lewis stuff because he gives an amazing performance in this film. Everybody in this film gives an amazing performance. And the whole, like, Robert Pupkin in this movie, he is relentless. Like, he never stops. He just tries to get what he wants, and I don't want to spoil it for you, but at the end you kind of feel this kind of like, not a sigh of relief, but you're kind of like, yeah, good for you, Robert Pupkin. Good for fucking you. Because at the end of the film, you kind of feel like everything that he gets is well-deserved because of not all that he's went through, but because of how fucking hard he tried, and he literally refused to take no for an answer. So for that, you kind of have some weird sort of affection / respect for this character, and that really was really interesting to me, how Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro both were able to make this character who people should have fucking hated really kind of likable, and you really root for him at the end of the movie. So for that, guys, I'm going to give this film an 8 out of 10. I really recommend you watch it or rent it. It's on YouTube. That's how I watched it. I rented it on YouTube, but I'm sure it's on a bunch of other streaming services. That's just the one that I used. But again, I really recommend this, if anything, for Robert De Niro's performance or Sandra Bernard's performance. Just go out and watch this, guys. This might end up being one of your favorite Robert De Niro films, because this is one of my favorite Robert De Niro films. Well, I'm Ryan T, and I'll see you in the next one.